Welcome to another episode of Hot Take NBA Hot Takes, and today I will be talking about four topics. One, the Cavs in the playoffs. So let's get right into that one. Just a disclaimer that this video was not shot during the games actually happening, but this might be uploaded during the games happening, and I will not be talking about the games happening at all. So the Cavs in the playoffs right now, my whole take on the Cavs in the playoffs is that this if you compare this to the team that he took in, I believe, '07 and '08 to the finals, this is almost comparable. These two teams are very close, and I think that may be the reason why. I mean, the highest, like, Kevin Love is averaging like 16 a game, and on the other '07, '08 team there was someone averaging 15 a game, and then the rest are all 7, 8, 9, 8, 8, 6. So all the numbers are very close when you compare them. So I think this really resembles his the '07 team, I believe it was, that he took to the finals. At least the numbers that I see in front of me match. So I think that may, and then on top of that, none of these guys have playoff experience, so it's bound to happen that these guys are going to struggle in the playoffs. They don't have experience. LeBron is basically doing it all himself, and to be honest, Kevin Love, you can't really depend on him as a second option when it really counts, and I think that may be a problem for LeBron currently. Now, topic number two, the Raptors in the playoffs. Now, my thought on the Raptors right now is that series is tied 2-2. Now, tonight, I think the Raptors win it because it is back at the Raptors, so it's back in Toronto. So I think the Raptors win this home game just because of the atmosphere, and everything will be kind of uplifting to them. It will be motivation for the players to actually come out and try to win this game. So I think they will win tonight. But actually, talking about generally the Raptors in the playoffs, they're just showing their true colors and what they always have been, and it saddens me because I'm from Toronto. What saddens me is the fact that the Raptors do this during the playoffs. They'll start off good or they'll start off bad, but in the playoffs they're very inconsistent. Sometimes they'll be really good and you're just like, where did this come from? And then you sometimes watch them and you're just like, oh my god, how did this team even make the playoffs? And they really struggle a lot. Well, we haven't seen that yet in the playoffs, where we're just like, oh my god, the Raptors are playing really bad. All the games have been tight, the ones that they've lost, and all the games have been competitive generally in this series. There's ups and downs. Yeah, there's momentum shifts in the game where you'll see suddenly the Wizards are really pulling away, or the Raptors are pulling away. But generally speaking, the games are close. Now, talking about topic number three, what to expect from the Thunder tonight. Now, the Thunder are down 3-1 against the Jazz. I think you expect the Thunder to come out guns blazing. I think they win this game. I said the Thunder would win in 6. I'm gonna stay with that. I think the Thunder win tonight. They're gonna go guns blazing. I mean, they just lost that last game, and it was quite humiliating from the perspective of Russell Westbrook and his team, and Carmelo. That was, oh my god, those two players had possibly like the worst game they could have for such an important game. So I think they're going to come out fully motivated, but I just think they'll lose game number 6. So I think they'll win tonight, which is game number 5, and then they lose number 6 in Utah, just because it's going to be a sold out crowd in Utah trying to fire up their team to win that series, and I think they'll close it out in game 6. So I won't talk about that series unless it goes to a game 7, or if I'll talk about that series once it's over, unless it's going to a game 7. So not really like into that series anymore. There's not much to see. Russell Westbrook is just showing his true colors. He's not a team player. He's not making anybody better. Stop arguing for him. He was never the MVP. He was always the MVP, as Colin Cowherd says, paying some, respects to one of my favorite sports analysts. He was always right about Russell Westbrook, and I always supported him. I can say that proudly. I was never a believer in Russell Westbrook. Listen, when somebody as talented as Kevin Durant leaves your team, there's something wrong with Russell Westbrook. You can't blame it all on Russell Westbrook, but now that we've seen this, you can blame a lot of it on him. I mean, no one has played good in recent times with him. I mean, people say, but he made the finals. Yeah, he made the finals, but who was covering up for his maybe bad play? Kevin Durant. You had such a stacked team. If they didn't make the finals, it kind of would have been like, okay, yeah. But okay, that's not the topic, so I'm just gonna move to topic number 4. The Pelicans versus Golden State Warriors, which will be coming up soon. So let's talk about the Pelicans and what this series could really bring on the table. So I think the Pelicans do win this. No, I believe Golden State wins this. If Curry is out, they're going to win this in 6. If Curry is in, I think they still win in 6. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so basically, if they have Curry or don't have Curry, I think they'll win in 6. Just because I think, as good as the Pelicans are, but the problem is the Pelicans are good, and when Rondo, it's playoff Rondo, and he's really showing up. So honestly, I'm gonna have to wait and see how much Curry, like what his percentages of healthiness. If he's at like 70%, then I think even someone like a Rondo could kind of, because Rondo's an underrated point guard, and I think he could really cause troubles. So for my hot take on the Pelicans and Golden State, I think I'll have to actually wait it off and see more. But for now, I think it's going to be Golden State in 6 or 7. I think 6. So I think Golden State in 6 with or without Curry, but I need more information on Curry, and I'll wait till that series starts going really into the later stages, like meaning the later stages of starting, and we have more information and an update on Curry and so on. So that was the episode for today. So I talked about the Cavs, I talked about the Raptors, I talked about the Thunder playing tonight, and then I talked about the Pelicans and Golden State. So let me know on these topics, what do you think about what I said? What are your thoughts on these topics? Yeah, so if you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked it, feel free to hit the dislike button. Yeah, hope you enjoyed.